Well, breaking transfer news to start today's episode, and news around a player that's been heavily linked with City in the past, ended because of the betting investigation, but we did find out earlier in this series that the investigation is over. Lucas Paquetá of West Ham United wants to reignite a Man City move after the betting investigation drops. The betting investigation is over. Lucas Paquetá will not be banned for life from football. He will be able to play football and continue to play football, and with that, Lucas Paquetá is looking at Manchester City and saying, I want to join you, Pep Guardiola, make it happen. You wanted me before, you can want me again. It won't cost 95 million or 85 million, 75 million to sign Paquetá now. It'll cost maybe 50 million to sign the Brazilian, which is the sort of money Manchester City think they can go and sign the player for. That would possibly a good move for the player, really. If we were to lose the likes of maybe Bernardo Silva or Mateo Kovacic, someone like that, he can come in and replace them. But at the moment, I'm not interested in Paquetá unless we do think he is a good replacement for one of our key players. Well, 4 games left in the Premier League season, and we sit 2 points off league leaders Liverpool, who drew West Ham United, and we responded with a defeat to Nottingham Forest. I mean, what are we thinking? We would have been 1 point or 2 points clear, would have been top of that Premier League table. We bottle it. It feels like we bottled it. Today we face Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. Wolves are down in 19th place, an already relegated side, but I'm sure we'll be without the pressure on fighting for something. Liverpool, who do Liverpool play? They play Tottenham Hotspur. Maybe, just maybe, Spurs can do us a big favour here today that can allow us to go top of that table. I mean, even if they draw, if Liverpool draw and we win, we'll be level on points ahead on goal difference. We just need Spurs to get a draw and us to beat Wolves. This aside for Wolves today, Ederson starts in goal. Rico Lewis, Akanji, Captain Diaz and Ake in the back four. You can see that Nathan Ake is very unhappy. He's unhappy apparently with his game time at the club, which shocks me because he's played like 10 more games than John Stones, more games than Akanji, but he's unhappy with his game time. I'm not sure what's going on there. Guimaraes in the holding role, Rodri's rested with Kovacic and Phil Foden. It's Bob on the right, Grealish on the left, and Ivan Toney through the middle. We've got Savinho, McAtee, O'Reilly, Rodric, Stones, Vardy, Ortega on the bench. We've got to win today. Bernardo Silva rested. We've got to win and get 3 points and hope that Liverpool get that unlikely result against Spurs, maybe a 1-1 draw, maybe even a defeat. Well, City at the Etihad looking to get back to winning ways in the Premier League after a shock defeat to Nottingham Forest. Up against Wolves here today, who sit in 19th place and already mathematically relegated from the Premier League pretty much. They are playing with the pressure off them as they play a side that are looking to be champions for the 5th time in a row come the end of the season. So Manchester City versus Wolves here at the Etihad Stadium. Could that game against Forest come to haunt us? Could that be the game that stopped us winning the Premier League title? Well, we think it might be. Kovacic. Kovacic for City. Good run by Kovacic. Into the box by Kovacic. And blocked away into the hands of the goalkeeper, Jose Sa. Bob for City down this byline. Bob. Right to the byline from Bob. Bob. Bob! Onto Grealish's boot here and saved by the keeper. And away by Wolves. He puts a bit of foot power in that Grealish, he scores. Akanji back down to Kovacic. Good play by Oscar Bob. Away from Ake. Diaz got to get back here. Diaz is at his worst when he's running. Cunha. Past Akanji. Cunha with a strike. Cracks the post. And it's out for a throw into Manchester City, but warning signs from Wolves here today. Kovacic in behind to Grealish here. Away from Semedo. Back out to Toney. Grealish once again. Rico loose on the edge of the box. Rico. It's Bruno Guimaraes. And it's into the hands of the goalkeeper, Sa. Too much pace. Cunha. Cunha across. Diaz dives in. Mateus Cunha at the near post. Again, Ederson makes a save. Behind for a corner. Is it Mateus Cunha, number 12? I don't think it is. He wore the number 12, didn't he? I've been calling Mateus Cunha all game. Chance for Wolves here. Blocked away by City. Grealish back out. Winded up the shot there. Strike again. Ederson with another save. Into his hands here. Added time. The referee hasn't announced it yet. Foden. Back in behind to Bob. Back out to Rico Lewis. Guimaraes. Guimaraes hits one. Blocked away by Wolves again. Away by Wolves. Half-time 0-0 at the Etihad. In a title race game. City usually just keep winning games, but we've started to drop a little bit. That defeat to Forest, I think, dented the confidence on this side. Grealish. Big ping out to Oscar Bob there. Back into Phil Foden. Draws the challenges. Then on to Oscar Bob. Bob for City. Bob still going. Great from Oscar Bob. Saved by the keeper. Foden nicks it. Back out to Wolves. I think we need some pace in the wide areas. Diaz beaten. Chance for Wolves. Edison with the save. Rico Lewis away. Big save from Eddie Rico Lewis away. Tony. Foden. Counter perhaps for City. Phil Foden. No, wrong ball. Tony gets there nearly. Tried to hit that, Tony. Wide to Bob. Back into Foden. Foden for City. Through to Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney's in here. Ivan Toney! And a good save by Jose Sarr. Just couldn't get it out with his feet, Tony. Liverpool fans will wish they would have done. Headed away to Savinho from the corner. Could hit him on the counter here. Just like we did to Arsenal. Savinho. Pace from Savinho. Savinho driving. Savinho. Chased. Savinho. Back to Phil Foden. 1-0. Manchester City. And it's Phil Foden with a big goal here for City. 1-0 over Wolves on the counter. And it comes from a corner again. Savinho and Doku lethal in those situations. What a big goal by Phil Foden here. Savinho away. Foden's coming off now for McAtee. And Foden there to tap it in. He's tired Foden. I want to rest him for that Arsenal game. Good finish by Phil Foden. Sarr's not keeping that one out. Out in the counter, City score. Ball in. Bob away at the near post. Taken down by Savinho ahead of Aït-Nouri. And City on the counter again from the corner. And the pace of Savinho is causing big problems for the Premier League teams. And Savinho is through here. And it's Savinho for Manchester City. And Savinho onto Ivan Toney for a tap-in. And he's offside. What a mistake by City. Bueno. Stones in there. Hwang Yi-chan. Last chance saloon here. And they could get a goal here, Wolves. Chan. Diaz in there. In the box. Chan. Diaz with another challenge. Puts behind for a corner. He nearly took him down there, Ruben Diaz. Nearly. Corner ball. Last one to defend for City. Ball around the near post. Oscar Bob up and away. Full-time whistle goes. A 1-0 win against Wolves. This season is getting difficult. But a 1-0 win is massive. Absolutely massive over Wolves. A clean sheet. We get the goal. We get the win. It should have been 2 after that stupid mistake going through. Not goals galore like the Arsenal in the Champions League, but that is massive for this Manchester City side here. Well, you'll be disappointed to know that Tottenham Hotspur didn't do Manchester City a favour. City still 2 points. They trail league leaders Liverpool with now only 3 games to go in the Premier League title race. Liverpool 2, Spurs 1. And then we now look to Aston Villa against Liverpool. Liverpool go away to Villa, 7th place Villa. Can they do us a favour? Can they get a draw? One of our youngsters who came from the youth system in Jadel Katongo has been improving while out on loan at Lille this season. Played 17 appearances so far, got 2 goals but no assists from centre-back. That's pretty decent. He's a robust defender known for his strong tackling, aerial prowess and commanding presence. His excellent positional awareness and ability to read the game make him a reliable and imposing defensive threat. I think another loan next season is set for Jadel Katongo. He's only 21, I think, or 20, so he's still got a lot of time to develop. He played for Peterborough on loan last season. And the Peter manager said he's got that ability to get to Van Dijk levels. He genuinely believes Jadel Katongo is that good. And I think the scouts believe that Katongo can reach maybe similar levels, maybe not Van Dijk levels, but he can reach higher levels as a centre-back. So another loan next season, I think, whether it's at Lille again, if they want him on loan, or maybe a higher level, maybe another league, maybe in the Premier League, can just get Jadel Katongo to continue his development. But he's one to keep an eye on. He's one that I do like to perhaps think could be part of our squad in the future, if not in the next 2 years or so. This is the Manchester City side for Arsenal today. Edison starts and goalies. Akanji, Captain Diaz, Nathan Ake and Joshko Vardiol are back 4. Rodri, Guimaraes and Foden in the midfield 3 with Bernardo Silva on the right, Savinho on the bench today, Doku on the left and Tony up top. A little bit more defensive from City, who lead by 7 goals to 2. We don't want to be too open. We've got a 5-goal lead somehow in this one. On the bench, Jack Grealish, Savinho, Lewis, Kovacic, Ortega, Walker and John Stones. What's the Manchester City and Savinho specifically shredded Arsenal at the Emirates, ripped them apart. Today they come to the Etihad Stadium in the second leg looking to try and bring back a 5-goal deficit in Manchester City's favour. City confident that today's game will see us go to the Champions League final for the 3rd time in our history. Arsenal looking to make history and getting there for the first time in a long time. City versus Arsenal. It's live from the Etihad Stadium. And plays it away towards Akanji. Martinelli's there, takes it off Akanji. Bernardo Silva slides in. Martinelli pulls it back to Saka here, who scores for Arsenal within 5 minutes. And this could be an interesting game at the Etihad here. What a start by Arsenal. They know they've got to win this by 5-0 just to take it to extra time. Early start, poor defending by City. Dragged apart. Saka drifts from right to left and he scores. And Arsenal have the lead at the Etihad after 5 minutes. Well, no clean sheet. Been keeping a lot of clean sheets in the Premier League. Diaz. Lost it to Martinelli. That's silly from Ruben Diaz. That's silly from Manchester City. And here is Kai Havertz, and City in all sort of trouble here. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, what a save by Ederson. Onto Bukayo Saka. 10 minutes gone, 2-0 Arsenal. Maybe this Champions League story is not over yet. Because Saka scored a double within 10 minutes. Look at deflection straight to Saka. This Champions League story is not over yet. Manchester City 0, Arsenal 2. What a bad start the Etihad here by City. Adiol for City. Over top to Ivan Toney. Takes it Toney. Toney hits it! Toney scores for 2-1. Well, these two teams just throw hammer blow after hammer blow at each other. Goal after goal. And City lead by 2-1. Or behind by 2-1. Lead by 8-4 in aggregate. Absolutely throwing everything at each other. Both sides can't defend. Two brilliant attacks. Toney scores again, 2-1. What a game. After 15 minutes, it's 2-1. And that will dent Arsenal's confidence massively. Ødegaard. There's still time in this game. Certainly. Martin Ødegaard. Oh, defensively been so bad today. Diaz dives in. Ødegaard! Oh, what a shot. Put wide. He scored exactly a similar chance in the first leg. He misses that one. Phil Foden has picked up an injury here. Over to Phil Foden, who keeps it in. Foden a ball behind towards Bernardo Silva. Trouble for Arsenal. Bernardo into Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney again. What a save by Raya. Brilliant save by David Raya to stop it going to 2-2. Crossed by Rodri. So Akanji at the far post. Akanji down. It's Bernardo Silva off the line by Ben White. Back out to Nathan Ake. Ake hits one. Blocked away. Handball referee. Martin Ødegaard brings it the other way. That'll be half-time. The Champions League. City 2-1 down to Arsenal at home. But our big lead after that first leg means we can stay nice and calm. Rodri. Vardiol. In behind to Jeremy Doku here. Trouble again for the opposition. Doku. Far post. Bernardo Silva's there. Good defending by Arsenal behind for a corner. Really good balling by Jeremy Doku, actually. Rodri. Short to Bernardo Silva. Back out to Rodri. Okay. Through to Ivan Toney. What a ball. Good defending. Good save by Raya. What a ball by Nathan Ake. Back out to Rodri. Guimaraes. Diaz. Vardiol. Oh, Vardiol through to Doku here. Doku. Onto that right foot, Ben White. It's straight into Saliba. Foden. Foden for City. Foden for City still. Foden for City. What a save by Raya again. He's had a great game. And I think it will stay this way. I think we will be going through it. I don't see Arsenal scoring the amount of goals they need. Vardiol slides in on Saka. Vacates the position. Arsenal a chance here. Ben White. Back into Ødegaard. Ødegaard pulls it out. Good goal by Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal on the day. 3 goals to score for Arsenal. And you wouldn't put it past them. A defeat doesn't matter today. You can sense in the side they're not too bothered. If they lose this one, they still go into the final, we think. That's not the mentality exactly we should be having. Bins. Ødegaard. Starting to get worried. They could score too many goals here for our liking Arsenal. Ødegaard. Down the box. Martin Ødegaard. Penalty Arsenal. Oh dear, oh dear. Nathan Ake gives a penalty away. And this is getting a little worrying now, City. I don't even know what he does to Ødegaard there. Saka for the hat-trick. From the spot. Put Arsenal within 2 goals here. Bukayo Saka into the top corner. 4-1 in aggregate. 8-6 it is. What a crazy Champions League semi-final we've had here, guys. Just absolutely all over the place, City. Ake, good step out. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Foden. Guimaraes. What a ball through to Doku here by Guimaraes. It's Jeremy Doku for City. Doku. Across to Savinho's off the bench again to score. Come on. 4-2. Well, we celebrated a defeat here, but 4-2. Back to a 2-goal deficit, which is big for us. Very big for us. Back to a 2-goal deficit. Doku on the counter. Him and Savinho have been lethal against Arsenal in this semi-final. I'm not happy about the 4 goals conceded. We're losing 4-2. But the mentality of the players, not quite there today. Understandably. But it better be for the rest of the Premier League season. What are we doing at the back against Etihad here? I just don't understand how crap everyone... Just watch Odegaard run right through our team there, City. Everyone watches Odegaard run through. 5-2. Back to 1 goal. I mean, 5-2 is a good result anyway at the Etihad. Again, we run right through us. What is the defending? What is it? How can they run right through us like we're not there? Following to Bernardo Silva. Full-time whistle goes. A 5-2 defeat to City. But we can celebrate somehow. Despite a 5-2 defeat, look at the celebrations by Pep Guardiola. We are in the Champions League final again. Pep celebrates with Edison. We know we have done good there. We have got to a Champions League final once again. Pep Guardiola talks to the City players. He's very happy that we got there. But the performance in that one is not one to be so happy about. But Manchester City are going to the Champions League final for the 3rd year in a row. And you can see what it means to Pep Guardiola's side. Manchester City, Champions League final again. Can we be Champions League winners again? I hope so. A 5-2 defeat, 9-7 in aggregate. What a strange game. What a strange 2 legs of the semi-finals. We're brilliantly into the Champions League finally in today's episode with a scout report and a player linked with us at the start of today's episode who wants to move to City, wants to reignite that move to City. It is a resilient midfielder, Lucas Paquetá. 31 appearances at West Ham this season, 9 goals and 11 assists is a really good record. An attacking midfielder with exceptional creativity, dribbling and vision. He excels in linking play, providing key passes and contributing goals. His flair and technical skills make him a constant threat in the final third. He has something that I think we do like without Kevin De Bruyne, which is sort of passes over the top. Guimaraes brings them slightly, but not in those areas that Lucas Paquetá can do. I don't think we have a player other than maybe Savinho, maybe Phil Foden to an extent, maybe Doku has the flair that Lucas Paquetá has that he could to add to the side. Now, we're uncertain on the futures of Kevin De Bruyne, of course. Bernardo Silva is asked to leave in the past. Whether that happens again this season, we're not exactly sure. But I want to make sure that Paquetá, if he is the man to come to City, is the right man. Considering that betting investigation he's dropped, City really wanted him a few years ago. Pep Guardiola loved him. City loved everything about him. But that move didn't materialise because of that betting investigation. I think he would be a City player if it wasn't for that. So it's something we'll keep an eye on and we'll see, because he is a cheaper option to maybe the likes of Florian Wirtz or Jamal Musiala, maybe some others as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. You want to see extended episodes, join the We Are City Bronze Club, the membership scheme. If you want to see extended episodes and early access, join the Silver Club. Honestly, it is so worth it. Ask the members in the comments down below. We'll see you next time.